I can do this all day. Back it up, back it up.
안녕하세요 우리 멍청이들아.
You're listening to the K-Culture for Dummies podcast
with Rome and Chris.
This is our twice a week podcast, giving you a little bit of K-pop, K-culture, fangirling and fun.
You can find our podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud, Anchor and all other leading podcast platforms. Welcome back guys to our podcast. I'm Chris.
Hey guys, I'm Rome. So this week's top 3 tracks on Music Bank is at number 3 we have BLACKPINK's Lovesick Girls, and at second place we have Taemin's Idea, and at first place we have BTS's Dynamite. And we also have a bonus track by Taemin called Criminal.
Boom 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 boom! Guys, today's episode is on chart toppers. So our first song today will be Dynamite.
Let's go!
So today we're going to focus on the concept of Dynamite. So this song is a song with a happy vibe. Dynamite is a homage to Michael Jackson and Motown. There appears to be multiple pop culture references, especially in Jungkook and Yoongi's scenes. While the sound of the song is heavily influenced by the funky and disco vibes of the Jackson 5, the choreography is a mix of some disco dancing and some iconic moves by MJ. The song is based on MJ's belief that music has the power to bring people together and change the world for the better, which BTS also share. I think it's really relevant to today's topic of positivity as well. Compared to Boy in Love, Dynamite is about appreciating the little things and bring a fire in your metaphorical night. So if you take the lyrics, "Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night alight." So that also talks about metaphorical night. So other than that, some pop culture references are where in Jungkook's scene he has a milk mustache, which refers to the Got Milk campaign. In Jungkook's scene you can see the poster references on the walls of his room. In Suga's scene he's wearing a Tune Scott jersey. So that's about a famous movie, Space Jam, with Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes characters in 1996. The line "Jump to the top LeBron" is interesting because James LeBron is also mentioned and he will star in the new Space Jam movie coming soon. The reference to LeBron fits well with the overall theme of the song, which is to find self-confidence. The song continues to show the boys being happy and they try to bring the message of positivity and self-belief to their fans.
Okay, so we have a few interesting YouTube comments to share with you guys. So the first one goes as, okay, so I have a friend, She used to feel depressed very often, though she didn't actually suffer from depression. But then she started listening to BTS and she felt so much better. Although I'm not a big fan of them, I just need to say thank you for making her happy. It means a lot to me. Oh, that's so sweet. I think music definitely has the power to heal a lot of people. Like, personally, for me, like during my teenage years, I listened to a lot of K-pop, and I think what really kept me going was EXO's songs. And I feel like, there are some songs like EXO has done that I sort of related, and I felt like sort of like, like EXO was like that thing like I always look forward to. And yeah, I think in this case I can understand what this person's friend is feeling, because honestly, like I think K-pop just brings overall like happy, positive vibes in their songs. So yeah, Christina, what do you think?
I also can really personally relate to this friend saying that, because I not only enjoyed K-pop on my own, I used to enjoy it with my friends. So like I used to enjoy it with you, Romain, all the time in school. And I think like one of the reasons we really got through school and like some difficult times with like when we had problems with school, with studies, with even parents and family, all those difficult things we got through those because we always felt like we could relate on the same level of liking K-pop. And always the songs used to, like the lyrics especially, used to really touch us, and you could feel like, okay, even though we are going through difficult times, there are other people around the world who are also going through worse things than us, or sometimes similar situations to us. So in that way we could really relate to a lot of K-pop lyrics and other K-pop fans who also enjoyed K-pop. So I think, yeah, I can really relate to this comment.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
So I have another like exciting, almost funny one. It says, I haven't seen happiness like this in Jin's eyes. When he sings the last bit, his eyes are literally shining with joy. So like I actually like this comment because it's nice that fans recognize how much the songs mean to the artist, and just as much as the songs mean something special to us fans, it also makes our idols or our artists really happy while singing it, and they love what they're doing and they're passionate about what they're doing. And that's all what we want, I guess, as fans, that our idols and our artists are always happy. So it's really nice where they recognize that BTS is having fun doing their songs, and I think that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, you can't deny it. Like every time you hear Dynamite, you just want to just get up and start dancing. Like it's such a groovy song and it's such a good song, and I honestly love that song and it makes me really happy, and I even danced to it with my niece and she just loves that song. So like I can tell you, like, the song, even just listening to it, it just gives you happy vibes.
Yeah, and so the boys enjoy the songs and we enjoy the songs too. Something like that.
Okay, moving on to the next comment. It says, the music and the visuals are simply a masterpiece. Now, I have to agree, this music video, like, it had a lot of colors and it, I think it did a great job, like, portraying the whole, like, happy, colorful, bright vibe. And yeah, I really enjoy watching it as well. And like, watching it makes you want to like dance along, like I said. So yeah.
Yeah, especially the disco vibe. Like, their clothes were like really retro style and with like cute sunglasses and the hats and all the jumpsuits. And it was like a typical like American like 90s vibe. It was so good. And especially the background was like, I really like the details to the video. So it's not just like the song, even watching the video is like just makes you really happy.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and our next comment is one of like the most hilarious ones. So there are scenes like you guys have seen in the video where Jungkook is like drinking milk and he has like a milk mustache. So one of our of this army fans have said, I'll Google how to be milk real fast, bye. So she
That's funny.
yeah, because she wants to, I'm sure she just wants to like be close to Jungkook. She wants to turn into milk. So that's really funny. So that was one of like the funny comments we found.
Also, another funny comment. So this person saying, Jungkook, the choreography is easy for everyone to learn. Then there is me. Almost broke my leg.
That's a good one. Because honestly, their dancing is so much better, and when we try to do it, like it goes like a bit crazy. And there are moves by Michael Jackson also. So like, how are we supposed to do those? I understand this fan.
Yeah, I think generally like idols will be like, oh yeah, the dance is easy, but like if you try to do it, you're like, oh my God, this is exhausting, this is hard. How on earth do you move your leg like that? How do you slide on the floor like that? How do you get from this place to that place so fast?
And you guys, this comment is my favorite comment. It says, "Hey guys, we're all gonna have a fan meeting at the hospital since we all got a heart attack listening to this song." Laugh so much. It's so good.
I think like the whole happy vibes. I think they're probably having a heart attack or like with the joy overloaded to their hearts. So, but also at the same time, like, those outfits also look good and like, they look good as always. So, I mean, I'll probably be joining them in the hospital as well.
Yeah, we all will be having that fan meeting in the hospital with a heart attack. So the interesting thing is this song has maintained its stance at like number one at the Billboard charts for like so many months, and that's so cool. Like even when so after BTS did Savage Love with Jason Derulo when they did the Korean version, Dynamite dropped one spot down, and then it was Savage Love with BTS as number one, and then again like okay, so the popularity of Savage Love died down, and now again it's like Dynamite at number one. So that's really cool that BTS's song overtook BTS's song. So that's really cool.
That just shows you like how influential they are and how powerful their music is. And yeah, so anyway, we're gonna listen to our second song, and that's Lovesick Girls by Blackpink. A little bit about the concept of this song. Just like the previous song, this concept is also taken from bookish theories. So, Lovesick Girls was actually co-produced by Jennie and co-written by both Jennie and Jisoo. And this song is about love, heartbreak, and determination. So at the album media conference, Jisoo actually mentioned that it's a song about a group of girls who are hurt in relationships but again set out for new love. And Jennie also mentioned that it's a song about girls with free spirits running towards love. So the song is basically to send hope to people who go through the same situation. And like in the MV, it shows like the friendship that helps these girls in everything. So Blackpink wants to be this friend for Blinks. Basically, they want to help their fans who are going through the similar situations in their relationship or who have gone through the same situation. And also, you can see in the MV that their friendship actually is what keeps these girls going. And also, on another note, in the MV, it actually depicts the contrasts of both black and pink. So, when they are in love, everything is happy and everything is pink. But with this pink side comes with the heartbreak and sadness, which is black. So then in the song, the lyrics, which go, "We are the lovesick girls. You can't just end this love on your own. We are the lovesick girls. I'm nothing without this pain." So in this line, the girls are talking about this love that they yearn for it so much that they accept both sides of it, to which is, the happiness and the sadness, the black and the pink. And we also see what makes these girls keep going is their friendship. So this friendship is symbolized by the pink car that they ride towards the end of the music video. And this car does not crash, unlike Jenny's car, which was shown in the beginning of the video. So, like, it just shows, like, this friendship is also represented by the pink color on the car. So it shows that the friendship is all about happiness and this bright vibe. And yeah, so the song overall means, like, no matter what stage of your relationship you are, what you're going through, that, Blackpink is always there for you, and, like, the friendship that they share with their fans, it, it's a very bright and happy friendship. So they just want to share that happiness with you, and, like, tell you that it's okay, and, like, you will find something better, a better love in the future. So yeah.
Yeah, on that note, there's a comment that, or like a comment that we found on YouTube that's really similar to that concept. And it says, "I don't think people realize how much these girls have made me appreciate myself." And I really feel that, I think all girls who have like gone through breakups, or even like who are struggling with relationships, I think that they can really feel this song saying that it doesn't matter even if you have a breakup and you're really upset, and or you're single right now and you can't find somebody, and the fact that they say, "We were born to be alone but we're still looking for love." I think that that lyric really relates to this, so that girls still appreciate themselves no matter what situation they're going through, as in terms of their relationship. So yeah, Rome, what do you feel about that?
I think, like, even with Dynamite, like, like, all these songs, these K-pop idols are, like, trying to give a message always. And, like, like, even if it's like a typical love song, or even if it's like about self-love or anything for that matter, there's always an underlying meaning to it. And, like, that meaning is only, like, heard by the fans. So it's sort of like an intimate, like, sort of language for, these idols and their fans. And I just love the fact that, like, these idols, like, they always give out a message about, like, something to, like, encourage their fans, or, like, just keep them, like, with positive thinking and happiness. And, like, they bring awareness to a lot of things as well. So, like, like, them having such a huge influence and giving out these messages, it just shows that, they're doing the right thing, and they're going in the right direction. And I think it's sort of like something you should do when you're like when you're like an influencer like this, when you're like this famous. So I think, Blackpink and BTS and all those K-pop idols out there, I think they're doing a good job. And yeah, I also have to bring up this comment. It says, "God, that Rose girl, she can literally act. Please let her." So, like, I don't know if you, like, if you haven't watched the MV, you should seriously watch it. Like, Rose, oh my God, she really gets into character. And, like, when you're watching the song, and, like, like, you're, like, sort of understanding the vibe, and, like, she gives you, like, the whole, like, emotional, like, punch when she starts crying. And like, as a Blink myself, like, I was like, "Oh my God, that's so sad." Like, I felt really sad watching that. And, like, why the song is really one of my personal favorites is because, like, it just shows that, self love is important. Like, you need to love yourself to love another person. So you have to first love yourself. So that's what they're trying to, like, say in this song. It's fine, like, you can always find another love, but you need to love yourself first. So yeah, I think it's a good song.
Yeah, on that note, let's look at one of these funny comments. So it says Lisa with a boy, and Rose with a boy, Jenny with a boy, Jisoo, I'm okay, I don't need a boy. I love that comment because so like all the members, if you like watch the video, had like guys, but Jisoo was um, like she didn't have a single like guy in the video, and she had this scene where she was in the water, and like while the other members were just like, oh no, we don't want to go near the water, but Jisoo was like she was like soaking herself in the water. So like all those like funny like scenes in the video, um, yeah, this were really interesting.
There's also a comment that says the song is like wine. The more you listen to it, the more it gets better and better. And I have to agree, the song it's catchy, and it just becomes really addictive.
Yeah, especially like so as like K-pop fans, when we learn the dance goes like with the song. So like when you hear the song like going on the radio, or like you listen to it yourself, you start dancing to it, and each time you dance to it, it's not just the lyrics, it's the dance moves, and it's like everything incorporated with the really like nice beat to the song. So yeah, it actually gets better and better every time you listen to it.
Yeah. Okay, so our next song is Criminal by Taemin.
상처로 벌어진 심장엔 이미 네 지문이 가득하지 날 찌른 네 손을 맞잡은 내 손도 깨끗하진 않으니 우아해지는 criminal It's okay 날 달래온 괴로워 너란 목줄을 채우나 숨을 쉴 수 없게 아프면 상황을 하잖아 우아해 무너지는 criminal Not okay 고개 저어보지만 점점 더 깊이 끌려가 내가 빠진 순간 너는 결백하지 않을까 도망쳐줘 Oh yeah 우아해 말해지는 criminal It's okay 내 달래곤 괴롭혀 너란 목줄을 채우나 숨을 쉴 수 없게 아프면서 환불하자
So after that really good song, now we're going to break down the concept. So this concept is taken from Bookish Theories. So basically the song is about love, seduction, and obsession. Criminal yells the story of a person who is a victim of a fatal attraction at the hands of a criminal who tortures them with their love. So SM stated that Criminal is a audible thriller, which coincides with what Taemin mentioned in his Teen Vogue interview, which he said, I wanted to make a cinematic story. I first chose the title track, and for the rest of the song, I chose the concepts and picked keywords to name them. You can see it build up to a very dramatic ending. So, according to Taemin, Criminal is designed to be a visual and auditory experience meant to portray a moment of catharsis that foreshadows an inner transformation. And also, in order to express the idea of constant rebirth and transformation, Never Gonna Dance Again is a dual album divided into two different acts. So, the first act is rebelling against the ordinary and the process of finding a new ego. And the second act is birth of a new self-identity. So, in contrast to the album which says Taemin is never gonna dance again, is shown the exact opposite in Criminal, and this contradiction is meant to show that no matter how long Taemin has been in the industry, he has no intention of stopping. And also, this contradiction is like a statement of rebellion that represents his determination to like keep going. and it's also a era where he like shows his journey to maturity and also Taemin's like whole transition to a new and self-aware version of himself. So in the lyrics, there's a line that goes, "The moment I fall for you is the end of my innocence." So this is actually shown on the screen where you can see Taemin, he's sort of like suffocating and he's surrounded by scavengers. So scavengers are actually symbolism of like death. Scavengers also feast on like dead carcasses and could symbolize that the predatory nature of people in the industry and the public who feed off the suffering and trauma of idols.
So now we're going to look at some interesting comments about Criminal. So this comment says, Criminal is way ahead of her time just like Movers. Taemin does not follow the trend follows Taemin. So I can really understand this because he does songs that like are out of this world. Like people can't even understand, like sometimes the concepts are so like mind blowing, and it's like no one can come up with that concept until he comes up with that concept. It's so way ahead of its time. It's like a lot of artists haven't reached this point of like such deep like concepts. So I love this comment.
Also, there's this comment that says, Taemin dancing like a boss while tied up, and I'm over here falling over myself daily. Lol. I think that's so relatable because, like, Taemin, he's a king, and like, he's out here slaying and like, being tied up while, putting out these really sick dance moves. And we can't relate, obviously, because we're not professionals. But like, like, he's out here being the king he is.
Yeah, and yeah, that's so true. He just like he embraces his character and embraces what he loves. So that's what I honestly like about him a lot. And there's this other comment that says Taemin doesn't need the art museum, the art museum needs Taemin, and that just talks about how much like he just grows as a person. I feel like even in his concepts, he's like an actor of his own, and like he's honestly like his own masterpiece, and like his songs are its own masterpiece as well.
Yeah, I have to agree. And with that said, let's move on to another masterpiece of his, to Taemin's Idea.
네 그림자 풀 수 없는 걸 다 믿게 만든 순간 그 이상의 나를 던져 날 타고 흐른 푸른 그 빛이 너와 날 마주할 때 그 안에 물든 감정은 모두 무한의 범위가 돼 내 세계 속에 가장 눈부신 선택한 너란 존재 My idea
So after listening to that amazing song, we're now going to talk a bit about the concept. So we got these concepts from the site honeypop.com as well as one of Taemin's fans on Twitter, and like her analysis on what the music video was like. So when we're talking about the song Idea, it's a song with a structure that's unique. The groovy pop song has a string of instrumental as its chorus, and Taemin gets supported by no other than Boa for the chorus part where she sings Killing Me Softly, and we love to see that combination. So Taemin shows off quite interesting verses and vocal skills during the entire song. The chorus is quite catchy, and so we have the part My Idea stuck in our heads.
Ma idea.
Oh, Rome, you got those vocals, man. It's so good. So the music video is a contrast to Taemin's title song Criminal from September. This time around, he portrayed in the between of the underworld and heaven and is trying to find himself. The colors of the video switch from white and light blues to dark colors like red and black, which underline this search and struggle. It's breathtaking. The movie starts off with Taemin picking up a call that he is hesitant to pick up. I literally see this as a higher calling, maybe with a quest for him to take on that tough and challenging activities in life. And then after he picks up the call, he gets transported to that white bar where we've been told by the movie director that it's heaven. And we saw this from the movie director's live broadcast. He says that the white bar is actually heaven, and the reason why those people are looking at Taemin weirdly is because someone who isn't dead is there. So Taemin was condemned in Criminal because of his evil side, and so there's a connection between Criminal and idea. Somehow when he was in the underworld, he experienced an identity crisis that makes him struggle. The silver lava represents his other self in his mind, threatening to take over, and it's getting so overwhelming. Even in heaven, he's struggling with it because we can see him going through like a lot of headaches and things. This place in his mind is where introspection happens, and he challenges what's happening to him, whether he's a good person or a bad person. And the red and blue lightning on his face represents his duality. He also sings, I can't see, I can't hold, define me anew before I know. So that's like a request where he's telling like his fans that he doesn't know who he is, and he's struggling with his like good side and bad side, and he really wants them to define him so he can really understand himself more. And so I want to talk about my favorite scene in the music video, and it's Black Cat Taemin in a crop top, and it's something we can't help but swoon over. And our favorite scenes in the music video have to be the ones of Taemin in a skirt in front of the wall of fire. He looks so good there.
I have to say, like, Taemin just never disappoints, honestly.
Yeah, he keeps on outdoing himself all the time.
Yeah. Back to the YouTube comments. We have a pretty interesting comment here. It says, too many people are confused, so I have to say it, that it's not SM's work or ideas. Taemin developed the idea and concepts and personally chose the best professionals to work with. He worked with them through every step of the project, not just lyrics and music and choreography, but even mixing scene selections from MV to make sure it comes out the way he wanted it. The professionals have themselves come out and credited Taemin. Let's give credit where it's due. Oh my god. That comment just speaks itself. Like, it just shows that Taemin is so talented, and that this comeback is like sort of him artistically like expressing himself, and like just showing what he can do. And like it just shows that like Taemin he's just here to like just give bop after bop after bop, and he just doesn't disappoint.
Yeah, honestly, his concepts are really different from other artists. He has this almost like a bohemian and old-fashioned type of concept, which like no other like artist like has, and even his style of music is so different from what it has. This vintage vibe almost, especially like each concept has like, even if you take the songs Press Your Number, Drip Drop, they all have this really like, even the clothes and the styles that he wears is a really different vintage type style, and no other artist does it like that. And I think he's always really inspired from Michael Jackson, and I really get like Michael Jackson vibes from Criminal, and I really enjoy most of his songs, and I really love it when artists are passionate and they're involved in their own work, and it's not just that they take a song that someone else has written and make it their song, but they have written it themselves. They've worked on the ideas and the producing, the composing and the lyrics, and I love when artists do that. And so these songs are definitely two bops that I love, because Taemin is like, so I know how much hard work he's put into it, so it makes it all the better listening to it.
Yeah, I mean, like, and also, like, this coming from a SM artist is, as I know, most of SM's, like, artists, their songs, you don't get a, probably, you probably get like 20% involvement of, like, behind the scenes of all the songs and stuff, but, like, for, like, Taemin to be able to get, like, hands-on of every little detail, I don't think we've, like, really seen that opportunity given by SM. So I think this is really good, and I think SM should seriously, like, give more of their artists the creative freedom they actually deserve, and they can actually express what they want. And I think they would put out really good stuff like this.
Yeah, and there's another really nice comment, and it says, Taemin's acting and dancing in the movie is on another level. That was intense. Dang. It's really true. Like, even like the Shiny members, if you see them, like they come on reality shows and then they like make fun of how Taemin is so intense in his music videos. Like his expressions and the way he acts is like he's like so mesmerized and he can't function. And even in criminal it's almost like he's like I can't do this anymore, and he looks like he's like hypnotized, and his acting is just so amazing. Like it's so intense. Like this comment says, it's on another level. Like he, even though like people like as you saw in the Super M, all the videos where he acted and all the other Super members made fun of him for saying he has zero acting skills. Honestly, in his music videos he's like another person. It's like he's like learned acting or something. He's so good.
Yeah, and like it just shows, like, like, years of experience. I think when it comes to, like, shooting music videos, they know what to do, and they know, like, what vibe to give. And like there's also this comment that I just can't help but, like, agree. It says, if Taemin isn't your idol, he's your idol's idol. And I think that is a fact, because, like, Taemin is so iconic, and he's from a very iconic, well-known band, Shiny. Like, it just shows, like, these guys, they have experience, and they know what they're doing, and they know why they're here, and they know what they have to give out. And I just love how, like, Tammy, he's here to, like, slay. He's here to, like, he's not here to play, he's here to slay.
Yeah, and this is my favorite comment from all the comments. It says, Minho didn't even change his uniform. Once out of military, he went directly to support Taemin at Inkiago. I love Chinese so much. So that comment was like, oh, so like we spoke to you on our previous episode that Minho was just discharged, and as soon as like he left the army camp, he came straight to see Taemin, and the other members came along and to support Taemin, and I love that vibe. Like they're like one family. Like I remember even previously when he did the song Move, the members together got together and he was teaching them the choreography of Move, and they were learning it together, and they did a video of them dancing it together. And I love how the members support each other so much, and they are like bonded and united together, and they love each other so much. I love that shiny bond that they have.
Yeah, I mean, like, Shiny has been together for, I think, almost more than a decade. So I guess their sort of, like, relationship has formed by the years of being together and, like, doing everything together. And, like, like, I think that's what's really nice about having, like, a group, and, like, being in a group, and, like, so yeah.
It's like their family, so it's really nice.
Yeah, exactly.
So on to our next segment.
Okay, guys, so on this segment, we're actually going to recommend a few songs. So each of us have picked a song. So, Christina, how about you?
So for me, I've been constantly listening to this song recently. So Henry has had a new comeback, and the song is called Radio. So this is such a, like, I love this song and I can't stop listening to it. So I hope you guys can check it out too, and I recommend this song, and I hope that you can give him a lot of support, because he's actually had a comeback after a long time, and he has, just like Taemin, he composes his songs and he writes his own lyrics, and he does the entire production on his own. He does it by himself. So I hope that you can check that song out. So Romain, what about you?
I actually have a new group that I would like to talk about. So the song is Got That Boom by Secret Number. So I was actually watching KBS Music Bank this Friday, and while I was watching it, this group actually came for their performance on the TV. So I was actually watching and I was like, oh my god, this song is really like it's a vibe. Like I like this. And I was like really curious because I've never seen these girls before. And like, like there was something really refreshing about them. So like I found out that they actually debuted this year on the 19th of May. So they're pretty recent. Like they literally debuted this year. So I hope these girls have a chance to like share more songs of theirs because I actually think this song is really good, and I do recommend you guys to check it out because I actually liked the performance, and it was actually lively, and like it made you like vibe with them. So it's a really good song. So I would totally recommend you give it a listen.
On that note, you can follow us on Instagram at KCulture for Dummies and also follow our podcast to be notified when we upload our next episode. You can follow our personal accounts on Instagram at Chris_SES and at Romskio. A special thank you to Manelka Pereira for creating our podcast intro, and you can find her at Manelka Pereira.
So, Christina, out of the songs we spoke about today, which are your favorite?
So for me, I love Taemin's like both his songs. So he has like been doing so many comebacks this year. So he did for Super M like 2 comebacks, and then he had to do his 2 song comebacks, and he's been really busy and he's just like vibing out there, and he's just killing it. So I love both of those 2 songs. And also another personal favorite is Dynamite. Like it's the constant song on my playlist which I keep on playing every time I have a shower or like exercise or anything. So I love those 3 songs. And Rome, what about you?
Yeah, I would say I'm on the same boat as well. Like, I love all 4 songs. Like, I listen to them and they're on my playlist. But if I have to pick a personal favorite, I think I would choose both of Taemin's songs because I can't choose because both of them are equally like really good, and like I think they're bops, and like like it's a Taemin song. Like it's made by Taemin, so like obviously I know I love it. Everything about those songs is just it's really good, and I don't think I'll ever get sick of those 2 songs, just like all his other songs. So yeah.
So basically you guys have realized like we're both huge Taemin fans. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So, just want to say thank you so much for tuning in on today's episode. We had so much of fun.
Yeah, I had so much fun too. Like it was really fun planning and making this podcast episode. I think you all had as much as fun as we had making this. So
Yeah, so thank you for tuning in on today's episode. Catch y'all on our next one.
또 봐. 잘 가 우리 멍청이들아.